Oh my god, what is happening right now? Wait a minute, this is not my room. Where am I? Oh my god, you are not going to tell me that this was not all just a dream. Oh wow, alright, that is weird to say the least, I guess. But what, why and when did this all happen? I just remember falling asleep and then something came into my room. That Pac-Man dude. But what, no, that cannot be real, right? I thought that was all just a dream. Wait a second, no way that it was not just a dream. How in the world could there be some Pac-Man come running into my room? That just does not make any sense to me. But I am betting your butt that he kidnapped me, and like you saw in my previous video, I do not like getting kidnapped for one bit. So that would mean that we have to get our way out of here right away before anything bad happens. And I want to get back to my bed because I am like pretty freaking tired. I mean, come on. What would you expect when I get kidnapped by this yellow orb in the middle of the night? I mean, this is just horrible, but I will just roll with it, I guess. Just like I always do. Because this seems to be my life right now. I am just floating with it and falling off of things because I am not as good in hobbies as I would have thought, I guess. But we will survive, and I will get out of here, and I will find a way that will make sure that things like this do not happen ever again. I mean, look at this world, man. This is the most psychedelic world that I have ever seen. And we are all the way high up in the skies hanging onto cloud 9. I mean, I am down with that, but does this mean that I'm dead? Is this what heaven actually looks like? Well, it is more like something which hell would look like if you ask me, because of those darn bridges that are up ahead. I mean, I always guess the wrong one. I guess that I am just that bad at these things. But we have got to go on right now. We will just plow through them like they are not even there. But alright, we are doing just fine. By the way, plowing through them like they are not even there would be a bad thing, because then I would just fall straight down or something. But we did not fall down, which is a good thing if you ask me. I mean, I really do not like the fact that we are this high up in the air, because I am kind of afraid of heights. But like I always say, you have to conquer your fears, otherwise they will get the best of you. The best way to get rid of your fears is to not be afraid of them anymore. And that is just the thing that I have got to do right here. Even though these jumps are really going to get me a heart attack, I just get a really weird feeling every time I look down or just think about the fact that I am able to fall right to my death. I do not know why that is though. I think that it might have something to do with the fact that once you actually start falling, that gravity will just start doing its thing, and there is no way that I can beat gravity. So once you fall, all there is to do is wait for the drop, and wait until your feet hit the ground, and then of course respond, because we are in Roblox and we just get right to the next obstacle, which will be testing any of my other fears. I mean, like, these balls are not that hard because there is not that pressure of falling that high. But the bad thing about the respawning in this game, but it is just the fact that you respawn, and then you are able to just wait for the next time that you are going to fall. And I am not going to be the one falling off of cloud 9. So let's just plow on, because that Pac-Man dude did not break me. He just made me with this. I am going to be the one having the last laugh today. And you know, that is actually pretty good. Because I mean, come on, I think that we have all played Pac-Man when we were younger, right? So what do we actually do in that game? Well, not that, that's for sure. Well, I know that every time that I played it, that Pac-Man just straight up sucked in that game. So you know, I think it is going to be fairly easy to deal with all of this. So what about that man? I am just going to kick his butt and then get my own butt back home and into my bed, because I am still really tired. But that might just be because of the altitude, because I am usually pretty prone to altitude sickness, or really anything that can make you nauseous. So you know, I am a bit of a loser when it comes to that. But then again, just take a look at me and you will see that I'm not a loser, and I am actually a king among men, especially up here, because I am playing on home turf again. It was the same with those creepers and the Teen Titans. They always tried to take me on my own turf. I mean, that is not a smart thing to do. I mean, I can appreciate the fact that they are not trying to play dirty or anything, but just letting me play an obby every time to beat them, that is just bad. because I would think that by now they would just know that I'm going to tear them a new one, and that of course is exactly what I'm going to be doing to these little kiddos right here. So let's just plow on instead of talking too much. Sometimes I feel like I am talking too much. Just let me know in the comments if you actually think that I talk too much, because you know I would be able to do something about it. Alright. Wait, what the Cheerio do? Oh my god, alright, I guess this is what the Cheerio does. My god, that was aggressive, man. I mean, wow, that stopped me dead in my tracks. That might be the reason why I do not really like Cheerios that much. I would rather go with the OG Lucky Charms if you ask me. What are you guys' favorite cereal, or any type of breakfast? If you do not eat cereal, I am lucky enough to have like 1,000 Lucky Charms boxes right beside me on any time. That is just how you roll with something like that, man. I am not going to let me get kicked in the butt by some lame Cheerios box. I will just strike back. I mean, Cheerios, they are just so freaking dry and lame. They are just plain wheat circles, or whatever you would want to call them. But I mean, then you have the freaking Lucky Charms, and they are just the best thing that I have ever come across cereal-wise. Either way, you also have those Lions Bar cereals, and those are like really good as well, my man. But something that still is not clear to me. And no, I will stop talking about my darn cereal, alright. But we got kidnapped by Pacman. Or well, I got kidnapped by Pacman, and now we are in some random world with these giant fish and squids. Or are they not squids but the ghosts in Pacman? I mean, there are a lot of unanswered questions here that I really want to get answered, because like I have no idea right now. There must be something going on here with that, but you know, maybe that is just me. I have been walking around here for some time, so maybe the altitude is doing random things with my brain right now. But at least I do not yet want to smash my face until it is nothing but ears. But that is a story for another day and another time. I mean, this right here, like everything that is happening today, has been weird. Like, do not even worry about that. It has been a weird day, and I would love to investigate a little into why I am in this world. But then again, I really do not care, because I just want to get my butt back home and watch some darn Adventure Time or something like that. Even though we are climbing the stairways to heaven. Yeah, please tell me you guys got the joke, otherwise you all need to be schooled in music tastes, man. There are not many things that I will tell you to go do, but music is just one of those things that you would really need to get down if you want to make it in the world. I am kidding you guys. Of course not, music has nothing to do with that. Just listen to whatever you want and do whatever you like with it. It is all preference and personal opinion. I mean, not everyone has a good music taste in your perspective, but that is just what it is. It is your perspective. And that is something that you will have to think about whenever you are starting to criticize someone else, their music taste, because you know, like I said, it is all personal taste, preference and opinion. So do not go walking around being a total wad just because you do not agree with someone, their music taste. But then again, me complaining about all of that will not help anything or anyone in the world. So I guess that I will just shut my mouth right now and just continue with this particular obby. Okay, so for some reason we just entered some kind of Mario level, which just does not make any sense to me. I mean, tell me if I am wrong, but why does Pac-Man have so many friends? I mean, even Patrick was hanging out back there just chilling. So I mean, like, it might just be me, but please tell me whatever Pac-Man has got to do with all of these random cult heroes. I mean, Patrick and Mario are like a couple of kings among men. Now I will tell you that I'm not going to hate on the fact that it looks like they are helping out Pac-Man with keeping me here in this hellhole. But I mean, come on. There has to be some connection between these guys, but for some reason I cannot seem to figure out whatever it is that is going on around here. I mean, come on, give me a break with this. Please guys, if you just know even the slightest clue about why these people are helping out the bad guy that is Pac-Man right now, then please come forward and tell me, because I have no idea. I mean, like, literally no idea why all of this is happening right now. So just help me out here, alright you guys? Or just the reason why I have been skating through some sort of time tunnel or space tunnel. Maybe Pac-Man is able to create some kind of warping wormhole or something, I am not sure. But it sure as hell does look like it. But you know, who am I to judge? I was the one who was testing stuff with trains and black holes around 2 months back. I wonder if any of you can still remember all of that. I mean, it was pretty fun, right? There was not a lot to do, of course, but just drive into that black hole. But I mean, there was just something about space and stuff that I find really interesting. But of course, that is not why we are here. We cannot forget the fact that we are here just because some Pacman decided that he wanted to kidnap me and get away with it. But like I always say, fool me once, shame on you. So since this is the first time that I got bamboozled by this freaky Pacman dude, this is the shame on him, and not on me. So I basically got the upper hand in this case right here. But that does not mean that we have won just yet, because we are not a Jedi yet. Oh wait, never mind, I am quoting Star Wars again. This is pretty crazy that literally everything that I come up with always ends with some random Star Wars quotes that fit right in place for some reason. I guess that I am just that good when it comes to movie quotes or song quotes like the Stairway to Heaven that we are on right now. And now we are getting off of them. And now of course moving on to some sort of tree branches or something like that. Or whatever these things are. I just know that this all makes sense, you know. There is not way that this is not all just like super random, like this bridge or the fact that I'm inside of some sort of wooden tunnel. I am not trying to argue anything right now, but I am just saying that all of this is like pretty freaking crazy. You have got to give me that right. I mean, there is no way that anyone in here does not think that. I mean, come on. If you would ever be in the position where you were to be kidnapped by the one and only Pacman and he brought you here, then you would have no idea what in the world was going on here. Wait, can someone explain two random things for me? One, who in the world is this guy to my right? Because he is looking particularly huge for a random person. But why is SpongeBob SquarePants getting strangled by some weird guy who he locked away in prison? Yes, people, of course, I have seen all of the SpongeBob SquarePants episodes. I mean, come on, I am not some kind of noob who has no taste for good shows. I mean, come on, look at me, people, I am like the best person ever, so please do not ever doubt me like that again. I mean, you did not even say anything really, but I just know that you were talking about me having no idea who that was strangling SpongeBob SquarePants, but I do know who it is and what episode it was. I was just wondering why this was here. I mean, it has nothing to do with Pacman, but maybe that is just the real power that Pacman is trying to work on me here. I mean, come on, if he were to really bamboozle me, then what better way would it be to just confuse the living poop out of me? There is just something really fishy about all of this, and I am not sure just what that might be, but I do know for sure that there is something really crazy going on here. So I will start to get to the bottom of this so that I can make sure that there is more going on here than what I am just seeing here. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, because my mind is really like distracted with everything that is going on right now to find out what is happening here. I mean, would you just look at this? Try and imagine that you were to be in my shoes right now. And no, I do not mean literally standing in my shoes, I just mean that I would love to see how anyone else would react to all of this right now, because like everything that is happening right now is just so weird that I like have no idea what to say about it. But you know, maybe this is not all Pacman's fault and I am just getting double bamboozled, who knows? I mean, it is not like I have any clue about what is going on here, but like I said, that is something that I will have to go find out by myself. So instead of just trying to do that, I will continue on. Maybe I could just throw a dice and try to get snake eyes every single time. Maybe these are some crooked dice and I would just be able to start fooling Pacman, because I feel like that is exactly what he is doing right now. But that might just be me. I mean, come on, there has to be something fishy going on here. I have never seen something that is like this random, and I mean, I have seen some really weird things in my time. But that is not what I want to talk about right now. Just what that might be, but I do know for sure that there is something really crazy going on here. So I am not sure, but I hope that we are getting near the end of the obby right now, because my feet are starting to hurt from all of the walking and jumping. I mean, I just found out that for some reason I might just be made for all of this parkour stuff. I mean, I wish that I could be going on a little more, but I feel like Pacman might just be winning this right now. I mean, it is not something that I like to say, but you know, it is the truth. But you can say what you will, but these freaking donuts are giving me the energy that I need to go on right now. I would have never thought that there was anything like this that could actually make me do what I did not want to do. But it seems like donuts are my key or something. You know, I guess that we all need something like that to go on. I mean, come on, it is like people are not even trying to help me with this, but that Pacman did not know that I got so rattled up from some donuts pictures. Well, joke's on him, I guess. So let's just get it all done with and over with so that we can go celebrate our win and make it back home in time. And you know what? On the way home I am going to get some of those donuts from somewhere. I am not sure where you would be able to get those, but I mean they are delicious, so I hope that I can find them somewhere. But it looks like we are almost done, so I want to thank you all for watching the video, and please drop a like and a comment below if you liked it, and subscribe if you have not done that yet.